Hello everybody, my name is Sarah Mostafshar and today I am presenting my project which is about the stock market data analysis with Python 3. This project is a part of course Introduction to Programming with Python that I took at Harvard Extension School in spring 2017. And here you can see all our amazing teaching staffs. The aim of this project is analyzing the stock market behavior with Python. I will use various visualization and financial analysis of historical data. I also show how to use moving average to smooth the data. Here is all the libraries that I've used to succeed this project: Panda, NumPy, and Matplotlib. If you are interested to see all the codes closely, please check this link. Now I'm going to show all my codes. First of all, I'm importing all my dependencies in here. Then I'm going to download the data from Yahoo Finance. I get the data for two competitor companies, Outotec and Metso. I also get the data for my market index. In this case, it's OMXH25. I import the data through data reader, Panda. To import the data, I need the symbol of the company, the website that I'm going to get the data, in this case is Yahoo Finance, starting point and ending point. When I print the data just for one company, I can see the data like this through Yahoo Finance, but I'm interested just in the last column, adjusted close, because it has dividend and split included. To get the last column for our three sets of data, I use data frame from Panda, and I determine just adjusted close. I get this kind of data. Now I'm going to visualize and see what kind of data I am working. When I plot this data through Matplotlib, it doesn't show really good data to me. I cannot see any volatility for two of my companies, and the reason is the price for my market index is too high compared to two other companies. If I want to look at my data closer, I can plot the histogram of my data, and I don't see really good distribution in here. And descriptive analysis also doesn't show good result to me. The standard deviation is really high. The means are really separate from each other. And in general, we are more concerned about relative changes of an asset rather than absolute price. So that's why I'm going to get daily percentage changes. To get the daily percentage changes, I use natural logarithm through this function, and I can get this kind of data. When I see this data, there are a lot of non-values data in here. Just to make the data nicer, I replace all these non-values with 0. Now again, I'm going to plot histogram, this time for this data. And now I see really good distribution. However, there is a little bit of skewness in here, but the data is quite reliable. Also, in my descriptive table, I can see the mean of the distributions are really close to 0. Outotec shows negative return than Metso and market index. Higher standard deviation is belong to Outotec, as we saw in histogram. This range of value that I've determined in here, it gives us 95% confidence interval during last 3 years for gaining return, which means during last 3 years we have gained return between these amounts. Now I'm going to plot the data for my stock daily percentage changes. This time I get a really good result. It shows to me during the last 2 years, the stock prices for Metso was much closer to market index, and the stock market for Outotec was really riskier and volatile. I can calculate volatility as a separate plot as well. Volatility is calculated in general by taking a rolling window, standard deviation, and the percentage changes in stock. In here I'm using window 50, and through this function I can plot my volatility. And the line that is higher in this chart shows more volatile and riskier stock to me, which is belong to Outotec. Then I'm going to get my cumulative return. To get cumulative return, I can use this function, and I can plot this function as well. And I see during the last 2 years at least, my market index has had a higher return compared to 2 other stocks. However, both of them, if we look, it has a high correlation with market index. And in here also I could calculate the correlation, and I see Metso has a higher correlation compared to Outotec. The last thing I'm going to talk about is exponential moving average. What is important in here, we are going to apply exponential moving average on our raw data, not our daily return. We can get exponential moving average through Panda series EWM. I'm going to use 3 different window for exponential moving average: short term, mid term, and long term, 20 days, 50 days, and 200 days. When I plot this data, it shows to me how it has been smoothed with exponential moving average. I can see during this time 2 times we had a downward trend, and now we have upward trend in market. Also, it's important to notice that exponential moving average, it doesn't predict the price direction for us, but it gives a really good mean of price direction. I've applied the same function for 2 other stocks, and I see the same result. All 3 sets of data have upward trend. And here is all my reference that I've used in this presentation. And thank you for watching this presentation.